There we go. Turn that off right away. We'll actually start a new one. I think that's what we'll do. We won't go into that. Yeah, that's fine. But yes, good afternoon. Just going to do a short one today. Just a little chill out. I wasn't really planning to go live, but then I thought, you know what? Why not? And why not kick something different off? If you've been start an empty one. If you've been following me at all, you know that I've been playing Pokemon quite a lot. I don't want to just do one thing. I just want to play games that I like. And this is a game that I genuinely love. We'll go in Celsius because I am British. We'll leave it clock format 24 hours. Colorblind mode, we'll leave as is. If anyone comes in and asks me to change it...
This is an automated recording sent from K23, the Crown Station. Everyone will be provided a safe transit as soon as possible.
Actual dialogue.
We all do what we must, just to survive, just to exist. When our society started to collapse, I was prepared. My underground shelter was filled with food and supplies, but that was years ago. Nothing's left now. I have no idea what awaits me at the surface, but I can't stay here. All I know is that there's supposed to be an evacuation site to the east. I need to get there. I need to escape this wretched island.
So, Dysmantle is an open world survival game. Oh, turn that down. That's quite loud. Let's do that so we're not giving people headaches. Then we'll go into options, audio, sound effects. We'll turn that. See how that feels. Oh, that's better. It's an open world game where the premise is to survive for as long as possible, but unlike a lot of survival games of the ilk, you are not obligated to remember to eat and drink. There is food in the game, which I have no doubt we will cover. I'm going to take these quickly because I know I need them. And yeah, so the food and drink is in the game. It's not a survival mechanism. That'll make sense later on. What we're doing right now is we're just straight away. The name of the game, Dysmantle, is where you do have to break materials down by smashing things in the overworld. It just gives it a really chilled aesthetic, and those materials can then be stored at a camp, like this one, where you can upgrade and invent gear. So we're going to upgrade our crowbar, which will be nice for us to get. This is a game I genuinely adore. It's one of my most played games over the last couple of years. In fact, I'll show you that from the image. It doesn't take very long. Claim that reward. You obviously get to like level up and stuff, so we'll just leave the shelter for now, and I'm going to show you on here. So in my main save file I've got 169.5 hours. That's just for that one save file. I don't even know if that's actually accurate because it's New Game Plus save file. The thing to remember as well is I have this on multiple platforms. The version you are seeing is on Xbox Series X. That's just because that's the version I prefer. There's no rhyme or reason to why I prefer. I just prefer Xbox as a platform for console gaming. So yeah, I just thought I'd stream a little bit of this as a bit of a chill, a bit of a natter, show this game off, give it some love, show that, you know, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and what comes of that or not is on me. I also love that the voice on the radio is the text-to-talk voice.
All working evacuation transports are outbound. Please keep calm and wait for the maintenance. This is an automated recording sent from K23, the Crown Station.
It's the text-to-speak voice that I've heard on Twitch streams and whatnot. So when I first heard it, I was like, oh, that's really cool. So yeah, when you store materials, when you break things to get materials, anything you do that you interact with your camp, you get XP, and from that you can then improve your gear, build new things, improve your damage. As you can see from that little pop-up, not quite able enough to damage the cooker or the sink, perhaps. And you're probably at this point thinking, well, that's all well and good, and this does look really chill, but where's the danger? Where's the gameplay? We'll go and have a look, because this game, rather on brand for me, is a zombie survival horror game. Now, I'm quite a skilled zombie killer, so I made that look far easier than it is, but believe me, there are things that are going to absolutely kill us. When you rest at your camp, in fact, I'll show you, and this will feel fairly familiar to anyone who's played a Souls-like game. This game isn't a Souls-like, but this particular element of the game is kind of a nod to that. So we'll go out here and look, our zombie friend has respawned. We can kill the zombie again to get more materials, but we do put ourselves at risk of getting murdered, which obviously we do not want. How far we are going in this game, I will just play every once in a while until, you know, until I'm like, okay, we'll move on to something else. None of this is like me planned out something. Oh, that zombie's gonna get behind me. A roly-poly of doom. Aha! I'm too smart for you. And, oh, that's two. So yeah, it will just be a case of games like this. I'm just going to play every once in a while in between, like Pokemon. I wanted a bit of a break. If you've been following my Pokemon very chilled out Let's Play, I got absolutely mollywopped on Tuesday. Yeah, so I was like, cool. I'm going to take a little breather. I'll go back to it on Sunday. That's when I next plan to go live. But I thought, do you know what? I've got a bit of free time. I might as well show this off. So again, you can see that I can't break those particular kind of bins. I need to upgrade my damage. The way you upgrade everything is by collecting materials, so that's why I'm taking the time. You also get a lot of these kind of XP things for exclamation points. They're basically quests. So this first quest is asking us to upgrade our backpack, level up, and find a map at the Link Tower. So we'll find out what a Link Tower is in that process. You can see we've got 2 pinned missions on the side, and we did just level up, which is quite nice. And when you level up, you get perks. Now, for the first level up, from level 1 to level 2, you get the Inventor perk. That's the only one you can get at this stage, and that's fine. That lets you invent and craft materials. You can see see already, this tree is absolutely my favorite thing. There's so many things, and minor spoiler, this isn't everything. There are hidden things on here. I'm not going to say what you can unlock and all that kind of stuff, because you want to have the suspense, don't you? So our mission is to upgrade our backpack, so we need some scrap fabric. Now I happen to know that we can get it from washing lines like this by breaking them. I've also got the invention for. Oh, that'll probably be enough, won't it? It's a plastic one. So yeah, that you can see in the top right hand side. That's prompting us now that we can go and craft that particular item. So we're going to go invent and craft. And I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Oh, it's upgrade. Upgrade I need, not invent. You wouldn't think I've spent hundreds of hours in this game, would you? So we've upgraded our bag, and what that basically does across the bottom is it gives us, it's blinking for the moment, it gives us an extra slot of materials we can carry, and that's going to be really, really useful. As you could see in like the first couple of minutes, we were getting a lot of materials that were just kind of not able to pick up straight away, and we had to drop stuff off and come back, and close this door because I don't really want to deal with that zombie right now. Oh, we got some tomatoes. Yes, there is food in this game. I did say that it's not the most important thing, but there are things connected to it that we can do. Straight away you can see there. Can't pick these items up, I haven't got enough space in my bag. So you can have a maximum number of slots, and then each slot has a capacity. If you pick up one of something, it counts as one item and one slot. You basically have one item that you can pick up, but however many slots for that item. You can see I've got a handful of the green ceramic material. Then the actual leaves next to that, I've got more, and you can see as I'm picking it up, that's filling out a bit more. And then there's plastic, which I've got very few of. And then when I break this down, I'll get metal, which will go into the third slot, and it has its own count, which will just be the one. So there you go. That's kind of a brief overview of how the storage mechanics for this game works. Going to absolutely grab as much as we can. There are a lot of things that can be done with this game in terms of challenges, I think. So we might, as a thing, have some challenges that I do in this game at some stage. But for now, I'm just very much like Pokemon, just getting to the point where I'm comfortable streaming a little bit more. Just sort of sharing the stuff I'm just like super into. I've had a good week this week as well, so I was like, you know what, why not? I'll go live today. I was off today. Gives me the opportunity to sort of work the vocal cords a bit and show off a game I genuinely loved. I love this game. It's one of my favourite games of the last few years. It was my most played game in 2023, I believe, on the Xbox little yearly update thing that they do, where you can see your stats and that. And this year it was still in the top 10, which, doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I love this game. But yeah, so for now, here we go. We got a recipe. So with the cooking and whatnot in this game, it's not so much for survival in the respect of you're not going to starve to death. However, it will give you perks that are permanent effects. So when we eventually make this soup, we're not going to be doing it for a while yet, and I'll explain why as we go. But we will get a maximum of +5 to our health once we've made that the first time. So yeah, this is a starting point for one of the DLCs. I have all the DLCs. I will accept the quest, but we will probably do that much later. And you can get a dog and stuff. So again, this game is just there's just so much to do and see and enjoy. It's 10 tons. If ever they see this, became one of my favourite developers virtually overnight when I first played this game. I'd heard about it before it came out. I saw a few of the development pictures and I thought it looked like it might be my speed of game. And so I took a chance and pre-ordered it on Xbox. And then when it actually came out, yeah, I played it so much. And I've done multiple runs through it on different systems. I've got it on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch and PC. So yeah, I've really put in the time to understand as much of this game as I can. And just really sort of support a developer who have really put together something I genuinely cannot recommend enough. If you haven't played this yet for yourself, I would definitely recommend it. At the moment, I know I am just scavenging items, but you will get occasions like that where the zombies will come for us. You see it. You can see the zombies are dangerous. The one thing I will say about that is just to keep in mind that if you don't stand still for too long, you should be fine. So dodging, which on Xbox is the B button, is always a good idea. You can see another zombie here. Charge your hits to do a bit more damage, but again, you leave yourself open to attack, but I was fairly confident there. Whenever you see a magnifying glass like that, it basically is telling you that's a searchable item. So this car can be searched. You press and hold search button on it, and you get an item. So we're going to drop these off now. The camp, get a little bit of XP for doing that. We'll head this way. So this is a link tower. You'll find these scattered around the game, and you're about to get an idea of just how absolutely massive this game is. So these basically work as the sync points in Assassin's Creed. Think of it that way. So they'll unveil some of the map, and that's the section of the map we're in. That tiny little section with the pulsing bit in the middle where you can actually see a bit of green. The greyed out sections of the map, the rest of it is huge, and that's also just the base game map. There are 3 DLCs in total for this game. You also get the on-screen mini-map, which is nice. Gives you an indicator for direction and for thank you game. I will claim that. Very nice bit of XP. Also gives you an indication for temperature, which is like the main survival thing you'll be combating. Things like oxygen and so being able to breathe and swim will be things you'll have to keep in mind. But yeah, temperature's a big one as well. But yeah, I'll explain as much as I can as we go without sort of giving too many things away. I'm gonna grab some of these materials because I'm gonna need them. Yeah, different items sort of pay out different materials when you break them. So, as the name of the game suggests, you really do just want to smash absolutely everything, and it becomes kind of this catharsis where you're sort of running around smashing things just to make a bit more progress in this game. Some items, as we've seen, this one here, you need specific damage. There will be, as we go, items that require different tools, but that is not something that I'm going to be able to show just. I think I might be able to show you. Actually, let me find something. Oh, in fact, a tree. I'll try and hit that. Can't damage with this tool. So yeah, we need something else for trees. And yeah, some of those items don't work on things that the crowbar works on. So very careful when taking on the infected or zombies or whatever you want to call them. There is another camp just here. So yeah, anytime you see... Oh, okay, I'm gonna deal with this guy before we do anything else. You can tell I go into a little bit of a concentration there when whenever a zombie's nearby, because I absolutely mean it. They will mess up your day given the chance. So here we are. We've leveled up and we now get a pick of a number of different skills. Now as you go, you get different ones, and as you unlock some, you'll get improved ones in the same sort of scheme. You can eventually get them all, so it isn't like a risk reward thing. It is literally just a reason to blow away. So I'm just going to take the ones that are going to benefit me straight away. The game wants me to make some stuff, so we're going to make throwing knives, which becomes our first ranged attack. I'll show off in a moment. We can make a baseball cap. We can make a cooking pot as well, so we'll do that. We're not going to do cooking just yet. Can I upgrade anything? No. But I will track for upgrading both. I think that's a good thing to do. We'll leave that for now. So let's go to our quest. I'm gonna unmark that one for now, so it's not constantly telling us to get the cooking done. So again, I don't really enjoy it. And when we press Y now, we throw knives, which is nice. Gives us a little bit of something for range. So we want to find some other materials. Make that pan. Give us anything. It does. Yep, wire. That's cool. Scrap electronics, but that's cool. Come in handy. To drop these off. That. One thing to do in this game, and it's just my little tip, is to always close doors behind you. And the reason being, the amount of times I've cleared an area, gone to use a campfire or something, and it's respawned the enemy, and I've left the door open so they can just charge it straight away when you come out of the camp. Is more than one. It's happened more than once. So, you know, from somebody who knows. I'm going to deal with this guy now. This particular kind of zombie does have a ranged attack, but is obviously a bit more dangerous. For you. There we go. Ex-human hurler. Yeah, he's got a ranged attack, so you want to get in close. But that doesn't make necessarily dealing with it as easy as all that. We're going to break down a bunch of these items because, despite the fact that we've got enough to do the crowbar and backpack, once we've used items, we've lost them. So we'll be getting a bit of a stock up so that we can use it without worrying too much. And what will happen with crowbar +2, in fact I'll show you guys that because it will be helpful to have it. So we'll go and get a few more XP for meeting criteria. There's a bunch of challenges on this game. I'll show you that in the menu in a moment. But if we go into upgrade gear, we can upgrade our crowbar. We're going to not follow that for a moment, but as you can see, the damage went up. And I think that means we can just build these fence panels. Yep. And that's what I was talking about, the open doors thing. Had the zombie there, got the jump on me, could have been a death. Now, much like a lot of other games of this ilk, dying needn't be the end of the road. Ooh, red barrels go boom. So we just want to do that. Trigger and kablam. Get a bunch of items all at once. How satisfying is that? So that comes off. We need to find some more scrap cloth. See if we can find any. I'm being cautious going this way because of that. There's a boss fight. It's our first boss fight of the game. And this particular creature is actually going to be quite a regular creature that we find. Getting involved with the bosses there. More dangerous versions of monsters. And he has that green vomit that will absolutely do damage. Behind him now. That's him dealt with. So, unlike other monsters in the game, if they drop, you can see this large blue eye orb that I've just picked up. Any monsters that drop one of those will not respawn. So we're going to head back to the tower. Open the gate, which means we can leave the starter area finally. I can also show you. Oh, I can't show you this actually. Sorry, I have to unlock that in a moment. But yeah, so we've opened that, and we're going to run through here. And I actually don't know what's about to happen because obviously I've turned off the. There we go. Oh yeah, there's just no music. That's quite cool. So that was actually all the tutorial, the sort of prologue-y tutorial of the game. This is the opening credits. Again, if ever Tentons see this, if ever they come across it one day in a day of boredom, the work that they've done on this game is phenomenal. And I genuinely can't wait to see what comes next from them. I know that they're working on Displaced, which I think is a sequel to this, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't want to set expectations or anything like that. But yeah, so this is just one of those games that I really love. I really wanted to just sort of show it off a little bit, and that's all I'm going to do, is just have a little bit of fun with it. Let my guy run through the overworld here before we come to a point where we can get back in control. What's interesting about all that actually is at any point you can sort of tab into the game and run around yourself, but the opening credits just stop, and it's very interesting. Right. So we'll activate this camp. We want to use the camp, and that's very important because that will become our base of operations at the moment. So we can do some crafting down here. So this item is called a bag of blood. Is literally what it sounds like, and it just gives us a boost while we're holding it. of HP. So if we go into inventory, well, it's all automatically equipped because it's the only trinket we have, but it'll equip down here. As you can see, we can unlock a few other bits and bobs as we go. The quests is basically anything that you've unlocked to do within the game. You can see that we have Pause of the Apocalypse, which is the third DLC. You can do the DLCs in any order, so that's pretty cool. You also get to see the ones that you have completed and what rewards you did get. You've got the map you can access at any point. So we're now in a second section, and making our way towards this blinking evacuation site. The collection is anything that you can think of that you want to keep a track of the game. So you've got materials, medals. You would have seen a couple pop up where we've collected items and stuff like that. Recipes, so things you can make within the game, both in terms of items, foods, pets, anything like that. Skills, so these are the skill choices you've made so far. Eventually you'll have them all, so again, it's not really the end of the world if you don't. These are the this is basically your completion percentage. So you have different points of interest to sort of give you an overview of what they are. So the green skull that you can see sort of prominently in the middle of the top section there is a boss. And we will explain more as we come across them, but for now, you know, whatever. You've got a little creature breakdown, keys, which is empty at the moment. It's interesting, isn't it? Empty. And then you've got your actual overall progress. So we've been on this for about half an hour. Pretty cool so far. And here we go. This is the second DLC. No, wait. This is the first DLC. I apologise. This is the first DLC. And it's going to open up an entire new map, which is pretty cool. I think if we then camp and come out, we have to wait for a... There you go. And that's the second DLC. So now all three DLCs are prompted on our to-do list, and I'll just show you guys in the quest list. So here we are. Pause of the Apocalypse is the third DLC. It's the Pets and Dungeons DLC. This is the Underground DLC, and this is the Doomsday DLC. I had to think what it was called for a moment there, but it's called the Doomsday DLC. And those are the expansions there. I have purchased them all. I pretty much pre-ordered all three as and when they became available, depending on the platform. So yeah, we're gonna do this guy very quickly. Again, very much go in, have a hit, back up, because they will do a lot of damage to you, especially early on. Ooh, that was nice. Especially early on, you don't want to try and take on the zombies head on or whatever. So I'm gonna deal with this guy. One of those hurlers, so I really want to try and get rid of his friends. You'll see he's going to now throw pumps of whatever the other guy was vomiting. I'm guessing a radioactive ooze of some description. You can see this guy is definitely much more dangerous than the standard ones. Then we get a level up. That's cool. I'll do a level up now. We got a new invention. Every level you'll unlock something up to a point. I think I don't know exactly at what stage that slows down, but yeah, there definitely is a soft cap. So again, we're gonna have some skills. I kind of want to get that sooner rather than later, but it's not really useful right now. Scavenger. We're gonna increase our health just a little bit. Going to invent and craft, see if there's anything good. So shovel. We can't make it yet. You'll get a thumb against it when you can. You can build that. Sleeping bag lets us sleep at camp. Flashlight is a trinket and will illuminate an area around you, which makes it easier to see at night, but also makes it easier for enemies to see you. And as I say, because we stopped to rest, the enemies we previously dealt with have respawned. But again, we're pros. Get that guy out with a knife. Where's the... Oh, missed that knife. One down. Oh, I interrupted his attack then. I think otherwise I'd have taken a bit of damage. Yeah. Okay. Might have seen something moving in the top corner of his screen there. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to deal with these guys. We will eventually want to clear all of the buildings that we can, like, properly. But for now, we're just kind of plodding along. Gonna grab... Oh, look, there's a carrot. Gonna grab what we can. Damage there. Look at that, that's the first damage I've taken.
Thinking of building your private underground
this
shelters,
adventure.
I say this. Is that really something that will help your neighbours? Or is it an act of pure selfishness? Something that only a snake would do? This is an automated recording sent from K23, the Crown Station.
Now you can see it much more clearly now. And we will get a little cutscene when we go through the door, so I'll let the cutscene kind of explain it. Well, it doesn't explain it. This monster looks extremely dangerous. I should be careful so it doesn't see me. Yeah, there is a small element of stealth in this game. If you're not in line of sight of enemies and you don't make a lot of noise, you can avoid fights. And that section is just to teach you that. And believe me, if you go in and try to fight that thing, it will rip you to shreds. I mean, there's probably skilled enough players that can take it at this stage, but I wouldn't. So we're going to close this door again, just a little bit of a learn from my mistakes kind of gaming. I'm going to activate this tower. It's going to send out a signal which will open up the map, make it easier for us to see, give us better viewing distance of where we're going, and show us a couple more link towers. So each of the map sections has a link tower. Eventually we'll be able to unlock fast travel, bits and pieces here. I'm going to do these two top ones now. We're not going to go and do the missions now, but I am going to do these bits while we're here, just so it doesn't keep prompting us to do it. So this first scan is for the first DLC. So that's giving us a prompt to where to find that. And then the second one here, this drone, which will give us the prompt, is for the second DLC, both of which take place on different maps. So we'll do those much later. That's not, I'm not overly worried about that. And it gives you an updated sort of to-do list there. We won't be doing those. I'm going to remove those from there in a moment. Let's just do that now, actually. Requests. So, light this fire, and use this particular camp. Can we upgrade anything? No. We can almost upgrade knives, that will be useful. It just gives you an extra knife to throw. As well as, yeah, you can see the damage goes up by a significant percentage. The throwing knives and ranged weapons are really good on this game. When you get the opportunities to use them a lot, you'll have noticed already a lot of the areas you go into can be quite gnarled and small. But that's fine as well, But for now, yeah, we haven't really got anything we can upgrade. So I'm going to okay. Search. Yeah. But yeah, different overworld items give you different things, and over time you kind of just learn what's what, where it is, how to get it. And this is a gate we need to open to continue our quest. So we click open gate, and nothing happens. So it's going to give us another mission. We have to go and find these particular relays. And to do that, we do a quick scan. Here they are. There's 4 of them we need to get to. Each of them can be done in any order. It really doesn't. I've already done this. I don't know why I pressed it again. It really doesn't matter in what order you do different relays. So we're going to go and do that now. We actually get a little open this gate, which takes us back the way we came, and then we can go through. So we walk past this statue. Stop here for a little bit. So I will talk about why I'm stopping at the camp so much very briefly now. So basically, if you die in the game, you respawn at the last camp that you had. Your body will be on the map, and it will be holding any materials that you died while holding, so you can go and retrieve them. Yeah, it's a cool little thing, and it is very sort of on brand of the kind of Dark Souls-y kind of games, but this one is not that hard. So, you know, it's just one of those quality of life things that they've seen in other games and gone, oh, we like that, we'll do something similar. I'm nervous. Ooh. So yeah, as we go around, you'll see the names of the area pop up on the screen. I'm not going to read them all out, because there are a lot of different locations in this game. But we are quite close to somewhere we need to be, I believe. Through here. We're going to leave the deer alone for now. I'm not going to... Should we go this way? We'll go this way. I can't go this way, that's in the way. Can I break this? Okay, so I need to improve my gear to cut through that little shortcut there. Yeah, consult the map. That's the one we want. Okay, so it's just up and to the right. Go this way and then right. One. And zombie 2. Look at that. Nice and easy, dealt with. And we'll go in here. And this is a farm. And yes, farming is in fact a game, and we're going to spend just a little time doing it, because whilst it's like super basic farming, I kind of love it. We are going to upgrade our backpack though, because we're going to need that. The backpack actually is probably one of the most important things you can upgrade. However, some of the upgrade requirements for it can be a bit of a pain. So we're not going to be able to do farming just yet, actually, because we need some materials, but we will spend some time gathering materials from this area. We'll take that. That's another recipe, so that's cool. Take that. Oh, got some corn. Some items we can plant. This is the thing we need to activate. Relay. There you go. I couldn't think of the word then. So we've got 1 done, 3 to go. And we're just going to take some time to clear this area, use some materials. see what I'm saying about space. So there's our level up, so we'll make use of that as well. We can get a sickle. So sickle, unlike we'll take the pack route, we need that. The sickle, unlike a crowbar, is a sharp weapon, slashing damage, and that will, be able to cut things that a crowbar wouldn't be able to damage. We need some more materials to be able to do this. So we are still need to grind away a few bits and bobs here. You will see me grab absolutely everything that I think I need, because it's literally the point of the game. So spices, again, cooking is a thing in this game. It's not a requirement for survival, but it is also something that you're going to want to invest just a little time in every now and then, so you can improve your attributes and perks and all that good stuff that comes with it. Deal with this on the close space. Just a bit more damage. Improve our damage output just a little bit. Clear a bunch of these items in this room. Can't damage that chair just yet. Anything in here we can... No, we aren't quite there for that yet. That's okay though. That's a new item, so some iron. That'll get us a few more things eventually when we can use that for crafting. Just clear. This. Really grab a bunch of these items and dump them in our storage. See, oh, actually, I'll show you this. This particular table allows you to craft and improve things. I mean, we haven't got any improvements at the moment, but were we to have them, you can do it here without triggering the camp. We are going into the camp though, and you see I have left doors open. So we want the shovel. We don't need the shovel right now, but we do want it because... So if you want to unlock a item, you have to do the previous item in the chain. So from the tools chain, we've got the crowbar, which then goes to the knife, shovel, and the sickle. If you don't unlock the sickle, you can't unlock anything beyond it. And the same with the seed bag, which we will need. We can't unlock until we've unlocked the shovel. So whilst we don't need the shovel for farming right now, we do want to be able to access the next few. So just a little thing to be aware of. We're going to grab a bunch of materials. We're kind of most of the way there with the seed bag, but the sickle might take a while because I think ceramics are kind of a little harder to find. But again, we'll figure it out as we go. This is only ever going to be a flatly sold out stream today. Well, you can see the exclamation mark above that zombie's head is filling up. And it's because it's becoming more aware of you because you're making noise. It doesn't happen straight away. But yeah, it is worth keeping an eye on stuff like that. So yeah, I need some cloth. So we are going to use this as a kind of our mini base of operations for the next little while. Mostly because I really want to be able to start farming. Because it's going to help us in a big way. Well, that's really handy actually. There are also a number of smaller farms around here, so we can really have a bit of a dig. Any exclamation marks like this are missions. This one I'm going to decline for now. We will do it at some point, but you have to fight a bunch of zombies straight away, and yeah, we're just not prepared for that. Not really. So this is another campfire. We will light it. I'm not going to use it right now because, again, you get experience just for lighting it, so it's worth doing. Right. Take those guys out. Carry on this way a bit. Lavish villa. Okay, so there's a bunch of materials in here that we can use. Like this particular fire. We'll just start smashing down some of these things. This is the thing I like about the game. It's so easy just to sort of get into this rhythm of fireplace, tear down some stuff, move on. Eventually we'll have like the tools to smash absolutely everything in a particular area, and it's really satisfying when you're just like tearing down entire spaces and it's just stuff everywhere. I don't know if we can damage the... Yeah, we haven't quite got enough to do the thing there, so let's have a look. We're almost at a point where we can upgrade our knives, which will be handy, but I kind of want to keep hold of the materials for the other things that we're working towards. Mainly because, especially at this early stage of the game, items are generally a little harder to come by. There are perks and stuff you can get to improve that, but that'll be a bit later on. Drop this. Deal with this guy. Coming behind me. Can't touch this, as the MC Hammer would say. Grab some plastic. Right, where was the there? Oh, fence there. Drop off, alright. So yeah, that's going to give us a bit more experience. We'll go and grab that leaf. I know that, like, for games like this, where you have to collect materials and stuff, a lot of people don't collect every material, and I have to. Okay, so to get in this house we need a basic lockpick, which we can invent at some stage. So we'll drop those off. We need to find 3 more ceramic, 1 more wood. So we can get the wood for sure. So we need what, 40 wood in total with the seed bag and the sickle. We'll spend some time and just tear down some of this now. So we've definitely got enough plant material. I mean, I know for a fact we haven't, but we have for what's on the screen that we have. And then we need 6 more fabric, which is fine. We'll be able to find that eventually. This is the grind. This is how this game works. It's very much its own tempo of game, and it pleases me on a deeply spiritual level, I think. This constant sort of It's not even just like, oh, there's the other thing that you need to do kind of thing, because it could have got quite annoying. It's just that the game sort of goes, here you go, now do it at whatever pace you want. You're not arbitrarily like thrown into things that are unfair or mean spirited or whatever. It's just a fun time. Oh, I pressed Y and I didn't have any knives in. That was almost a mistake. So yeah, the basic zombies like this tend to drop the cloth quite a bit, so they drop the basic items quite early. So you know, they are going to be worth us sort of going after them a little bit, especially if we're working towards that seed bag. I need to do more ceramic, and honestly, that isn't too bad. We want to avoid the big hole in the floor because you'll fall and die. There is a zombie here. You'll see them marked on the minimap as small red dots. I'm not like psychic or something. Although that would be pretty cool. To be honest. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing again, where I'm going to evoke this back and then run. And then it's going to go to the board. And we get some rubber. Look at that. So rubber, again, just another kind of material that we're going to need for different stuff. It's a little harder to come across at this exact moment because we don't have, we need better material, better gear to deal with that. Oh, you see, I wish I hadn't seen that, because that, no, we're going to hold off on upgrading the crowbar anymore for now. We kind of need it to have the materials, that is, the other things we're working on. So we've got enough for the seed bag, but I'm just going to hold off actually making it, because we will have to use the campfire. I'm just going to hold off until we've got the ceramic. Might double back and see if I've got any else. Well, there's another building here, so I can double check that one. And I know that because there's an alive zombie in it. Oh no, I did clear this one. I tried to use the camp. There is a search ball. I doubt this is gonna have ceramic. No. All right. There's those. Oh, actually, there's a toolbox here. Sometimes this has different bits and bobs. Don't worry, we will be destroying every item humanly findable at some stage. Let's have a look on the map. So there's a building down there. That's where we are. That's the starter area. That's the gas station we passed. We could go have a look at the gas station. So yeah, when you're in the map, you can drop little flags and stuff to give yourself a general direction. That then displays on your mini-map. So we're going to go and have a look in that gas station. So that's what we need. We don't need a lot of it. I just want to unlock the sickle. And then we can come back and build that in the seed bag and make a start on farming. Okay, so this is the gas station. Deal with that guy. I do wonder if the 96 is a reference to Hanover 96, the football club, but that might just be me. I know there are a few references in this game. Sometimes, in fact, I'll wait. I'll show you. It will come up. It absolutely will come up at some point. And I'll call back to this partial discussion. So he's damaged, and that's ceramic. So we've got two. We've got enough ceramic.
Gathering points for the evacuation have been established. Please move to your designated area. Take only what you need. This is an automated recording sent from K23, the Crown Station.
So we're starting to get a little bit of background lore that at some point there was a mass evacuation. We know from our character's opening spiel that he was in hiding in a bunker for a while. We don't know for how long, and we don't know why. I mean, kind of guess why. It's probably to do with all the zombies, but that's neither here nor there. The point remains the same. So we're going to build the seed bag, which is going to let us plant seeds, which is nice. And we're going to build a sickle. Now, the sickle hits multiple targets, which is great, but because of... Oh, we can actually also upgrade our throwing. So we might as well go here. Do we have anything else? So that's the basic lockpick. We won't be able to use that until we're level 12. This is why I'm saying there's constantly something that you're going to be able to work on. Baseball camp, sleeping bag, flashlight. I'm going to pin the flashlight because I need to clear that so I can start thinking about doing the next ones. So we go into our inventory. We'll swap out the shovel for the seed bag. At the moment we can only carry 2 items. So we open the seed bag by pressing the Alt fire button. That would normally be for your that would be on your sorry, I just had a bot deal with that. Block. Burn. Yeah, so what would normally be your button for throwing items allows you to do alternate actions on certain items. So with the seed bag, it lets you pick which seeds you're going to plant. So for now, we're going to use carrot seeds, so that's 1. And then we're going to switch to tomato seeds, which is why I didn't want to use them earlier. We'll go 2 of those. And then we'll use corn for the last one. Now that's going to take real time to actually grow. So I think that that's as good a place as any for us to leave off today. I appreciate we haven't got very far into the story, but trust me, there's so much to this game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in the next episode, next visit to this particular game, we will continue our quest to get the relay. So we've got 1, 2, 3 left to go. We can also hit these link towers on the way to that one and that one. In fact, there's one link tower quite close to where we are. So we'll go do that, and that will be our last thing we do today. And we'll show off the sickle while we're here. So we're going to swap the seed bag for the sickle. Just to show you, the sickle hits multiple targets if they're close enough together, which makes it sound really good, but it's lower damage generally than the crowbar. And you'll find that as you go through the game that certain items seem to be sort of loosely paired with one another, just purely for balance, to give give you a sense of there's no like oops, slightly silly. Isn't it? There's no one best item in any particular genre, and that particular monster is kind of a scary one. Oh god, panic. So, keep on and stay on focus here. Deal with his buddy first, there we go. Ooh, ex-human chaser. That was, I forgot how frightening those things can be the first time you face them and you haven't really got any decent ways of dealing with them. So, that's okay. We dealt with it. Still alive, we still haven't died. Which is quite nice. In this particular playthrough. You can also cut rubber with the sickle, which is nice. We are also going to leave the digs alone. So this is another thing we need to activate. There we go. And all that time that we've investigated, the bright green on this map is the only sections we've been in. The sort of darker greens and blues are areas we haven't reached, and the greyed out bits are where we haven't even sort of got to the tower in that area. So yeah, like I say, this game is absolutely huge. We are also level 6, so we should probably find a fishing rod as well. Bandages. A few decent items that we can now start thinking about. So fishing rods is pretty much as you are probably expecting. We are going to be able to fish. It gives us an option for something to do. And like I said, there is just so much of that in this game where you will just constantly be doing something. We're going to increase our farming skill. And can we craft anything? No. So yeah, we will be doing a bit of item hoarding next time around as well. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. I think that's a good little introduction, good sort of opening salvo into what Dysmantle is, what it's about, what you can do with it, on it, for it, and why it is one of my favourite games of the last several years. So yeah, I'm really, chuffed that you guys came along, and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. So yeah, have a good one, and enjoy your weekends.